Hello everyone, Deathstroke has returned in server 200, and I hope he will soon appear in other servers as well. On this occasion, I'm making a video comparing the two banners of Deathstroke and Talia al Ghul. In this video, I'll analyze both heroes, break down their banners, and also discuss their factions. Before we start, I want to remind you that today we still have a giveaway. All you need to do is like the video and leave a comment, either a question or some feedback related to the video's content. At the end of this video, I'll pick the winners for both the August 15th and August 16th giveaways. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content coming soon. All right, let's begin with Deathstroke. Deathstroke is an assassin who deals physical damage to a single target, usually the enemy with the highest attack. Most of the time, these are ranged heroes who are generally quite fragile. The amount of damage Deathstroke can deal is among the highest of all assassins, about double that of Constantine. However, he does have weaknesses. His survivability is not great. While he isn't often the main target, if you don't build him strong enough, he can still be defeated early before taking down his enemies. His ultimate deals massive damage, striking the same target multiple times with both his sword and gun, often finishing them off quickly. If he's paired with the right team that helps him regenerate energy fast, he can eliminate enemies before they even get to use their ultimates. Good synergy options include a Legion of Doom team or pairing him with Flash. To support his survivability, he has self-healing every 2 seconds. If you still worry about keeping him alive, you can pair him with Mara or other sustain supports. The best team for maximizing his damage is definitely Legion of Doom, not the Assassin Alliance. In LOD, he gains attack boosts from allies, plus extra energy from the faction bonus and Lex Luthor, allowing him to wipe out enemies very quickly. As for countering Deathstroke's heavy offensive power, you'll need a setup with Raven, Dr. Fate, and Mara, or heroes like Crypto, or any hero with a strong skill 1 that protects teammates. Since Deathstroke's first skill always targets your strongest unit, waiting until his ultimate might be too late. Another way is to create a decoy with higher attack than your main damage dealer, but that's usually very difficult to pull off. Now let's move on to Talia al Ghul, who is also an assassin, but she belongs to the Assassin Alliance. Unlike Deathstroke, she deals wider area damage, hitting up to 3 ranged targets, or even more if paired with heroes that pull enemies together, such as Hawkgirl or Aquaman. Her biggest strength is her ability to self-generate energy while dealing very high damage. Although her damage is lower than Deathstroke's, it's about on par with Constantine. That makes her one of the stronger AoE assassins right now. Since her damage is physical, she has a critical hit chance, meaning her burst can sometimes outscale Constantine, but it can also fall short as Constantine deals spiritual damage with an added burn effect. One drawback is that her ultimate costs a decent amount of HP, but in return, she boosts her own energy. She also has a strong mechanic, healing herself whenever she defeats an enemy. This makes her more valuable than Ra's al Ghul. If you pair Talia with Deathstroke and Lex Luthor, your opponent will struggle against this setup. Alternatively, you could replace Lex with Constantine for more consistent damage, or with a healer to improve team survivability. As for countering Talia when she's on the enemy team, a solid strategy is placing a melee hero in the center slot. That way, they'll move forward at the start of battle, potentially blocking her attacks from reaching your backline. Assassins like her usually deal insufficient damage to frontliners, since melee heroes typically have much higher physical defense. This strategy greatly improves your chances of surviving against her. On the other hand, if you face a team made up entirely of assassins, it could go either way. Sometimes easy to win because of their weak survivability, but other times very tough. Personally, I usually encounter teams with only one assassin, most often Deathstroke or Nightwing, and that duo remains the strongest PvP combo in my server, 216. In summary, if you have to choose between the two, I think Deathstroke is still the better pick. It's the better pick. This is his first return, and he's an essential unit for taking down high offense enemies quickly and disrupting strategies. Talia, meanwhile, works best when combined with another strong AoE attacker or with Deathstroke to quickly wipe out opponents. If Deathstroke is back now, I believe Talia will also return in the future, so if you don't have enough anvils for both, it's fine to skip her for now. But if you can't afford both, pairing them makes a very powerful duo. As for banner timing, Talia has 8 days left, while Deathstroke has 22 days. If you want both, you should prioritize Talia first, since I already recommended Ra's al Ghul in the last banner. But if you value Deathstroke more than Talia, then it's best to go for Deathstroke right away. Looking at the mythics with a 50% chance in each banner. On Talia's banner, we have Bane, Batgirl, and Harley Quinn. I think Batgirl is the most useful for an assassin team, especially for Talia since she relies heavily on crits. Harley Quinn is decent only in the early game when you don't have many strong spiritual damage dealers, so I don't rate her very highly. Bane is a solid support for the Assassin Alliance, mainly serving as a tank to absorb damage. Overall, they're okay, but honestly, none of them are strong enough to make me choose Talia's banner just for these mythics, since they're not that impactful in PvP. On Deathstroke's banner, we have Cyborg, Deadshot, and Batgirl. Cyborg is useful for almost all physical damage heroes, whether AoE or single target, so he's a strong pick. Deadshot, on the other hand, isn't very good. If I had to choose a ranged physical DPS, I'd prefer Green Arrow instead. Batgirl, as I mentioned earlier, fits well in Batman teams, Assassin Alliance, or with Supergirl, but due to her low overall versatility, she isn't rated that high either. So if I had to pick based on the mythics included, I'd definitely go with Deathstroke's banner, since Cyborg is far more valuable and widely useful than the others. From my personal opinion, I'd still choose Deathstroke because he finishes enemies faster and more efficiently than other assassins. But what about you? Who would you pick? Let me know in the comments below. All right, now it's time to pick the lucky winners from the last 2 videos. I'll be choosing one winner per video, and the selection will be completely random from the comments. Congratulations to the 2 winners. I don't have your in-game UIDs yet, so please send them to me soon so I can ask the game developers to deliver your rewards. For everyone else, don't forget to join by continuing to interact actively with this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.